All right, before we get into this list, let me give you a little context so you know I'm not just some guy who printed 2 benchies and decided he's an expert. I've been 3D printing for about 2 years now. My P1S has 2,108 hours on it, and my X2D has another 274 hours. I'm also a level 22 Maker World creator with 113,000 impressions and 2,700 plus downloads on my models. So yeah, I've printed a lot of stuff. I've seen the good, the bad, and the why does this even exist, and I've printed them all. And today I'm counting down the top 10 most pointless or overblown prints that Bambu users download like crazy, even though you don't actually need them. Let's get into it. 10, nozzle wiper. Upgrades. People love printing super wipers, angled wipers, brush wipers, but here's the thing. The stock silicone wiper is already perfectly fine. Printed wipers melt, deform, get gunked up, and eventually look like a grilled cheese sandwich someone dropped behind the couch. If you want better wiping, just clean the nozzle. You don't need a 3D printed toothbrush for your printer. 9, cable chain upgrades. These look cool. They make your printer look like it's ready for a cyberpunk movie, but Bambu's stock cable routing is already optimized for speed and reliability. Cable chains add weight, reduce acceleration, and sometimes snag. It's like putting a spoiler on a minivan. It doesn't make it faster, it just makes people ask questions. 8, cardboard spool enhancements. There's this myth that cardboard spools don't work in the AMS. So people print stabilizers, centering rings, anti-wobble inserts, full conversion kits. Meanwhile, cardboard spools work perfectly fine in the AMS. Only really old, warped, or moisture-damaged ones have issues. Most of these fixes are solving a problem that doesn't exist. Just drop the spool in and print. Save the plastic for something useful, like another benchy you don't need. 7, generic printer upgrades. This one's simple. Bambu printers work great out of the box. They don't need braces, dampeners, stabilizers, boosters, or speed enhancers, unless you have a very specific use case like high temp materials or a custom enclosure. The stock machine is already dialed in. Most upgrades don't improve anything. They just make your printer look like it's cosplaying as a Prusa. 6, AMS filament path upgrades. People print ramps, funnels, guides, rollers, but the AMS already has a perfectly engineered filament path. Most of these upgrades add friction, cause drag, or make loading worse. It's like putting training wheels on a Tesla. You're not helping, you're just confusing the machine. 5, expensive filament obsession. Bambu printers are extremely forgiving. Most Amazon filaments print beautifully at Bambu speeds. Buy cheap until you have a reason not to. A specific color? Sure. A specialty material? Sure. Engineering properties? Absolutely. But for everyday printing, that $10 PLA is going to look just as good as the $45 premium artisan filament handcrafted by monks. 4, reusable spools. People print reusable spools thinking they'll save money. Bambu spools are already reusable. Sunlu spools are already reusable, and eventually you'll have so many empty spools you'll start using them as coasters. Printing more is pointless. You're just manufacturing future clutter. 3, people who say not to use PLA. PLA is cheap, stable, fast, and works for 90% of prints. It's the perfect match for Bambu's speed and AMS storage. Only avoid PLA when it's going in a hot car, it's under load, it's outdoors long term. Otherwise, print PLA, print lots of PLA, print PLA until your AMS looks like a Skittles factory. 2, moisture panic dry boxes and AMS desiccant mods. Moisture management is not a requirement for most filaments. PLA, PETG, ABS, they're fine. Filaments that actually need drying: nylon, TPU, PC, PVA, CF/GF nylons. Everything else print straight from the shelf. Desiccant boxes and AMS moisture mods are nice to have, but not essential. Print them when you're bored. Not on day one. Prukwan. Number 1, spool filament clips. The king of pointless prints. Every modern spool already has holes or notches to lock filament. Clips add nothing except another tiny print to lose. People print 20 of these and still end up using the spool holes anyway. If you want to print something small and useless, print a benchy. At least it's cute. So that's my list. The top 10 most pointless prints or advice that you hear about on the interwebs. If you've printed any of these, don't worry, we all have. It's basically a rite of passage. I just printed more desiccant containers yesterday. Drop a comment and tell me the most pointless thing you ever printed. And if you want more Bambu content, Maker World tips, or 3D printing sanity checks, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now go print something actually useful, like something from my Maker World.